Hey everybody, it's yours truly, Mr. Lang, Team Wash Life. It's Sunday for me. I'm trying to race around and get some things organized. Our business is falling apart. Not literally, but there's definitely some weak spots and some areas needed of improvement. So, without further ado, let me show you what we're doing for our window cleaning. This is just something I came up with in my head, and I really think it's what we need, and it's gonna be epic. Organization and tracking. 1, 2, 3. Each guy gets their own kit. All the extra stuff is going to be organized up over here, rubbers, etc. So all this is going to go in one 5-gallon bucket, and that's what their bucket is going to be used for, is for the water. The Dawn. The only thing missing is I'm going to have a little thimble size thing of Dawn. And we'll probably have a big refill jug here, and they'll just refill their little thimble thing of Dawn at the end of each week. Anyway, what we got is, so what I basically have done is I bought 6 of everything, at least. Some things I bought more, like the handles, I bought 20 of these, and certain things I bought more of, but at least 6 of each. So I went through and I numbered, I labeled what size it is. So this is 6 inch, 8 inch, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We rarely come across a window that we're not going to be able to clean with these size squeegees. We stick mostly with residential, so we don't use the thicker, the wide body channels. We rarely use these, so just keeping it simple with the Ettore brass. So everything's labeled which size it is. Then we got 1, so I put 1 through 6. So this is number 1 of each, number 2, and number 3. Okay, same with the handles. We got the handles are numbered 1 through whatever, like however many I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a commercial ledger, so when we do commercial glass, this is what we use to wipe the ledge off of water. Just a junk throwaway squeegee. A mop. We use the same size 18-inch mop for every window. If the window's too small, we just, clean it with the edge. So 1, 2, and 3. It's corresponding with this. The mop itself is actually labeled on the inside. Whatever, I can't show you, but before I put it on, it was labeled. So every single thing is labeled, even the bottles. 1, 2, 3. Track brush labeled. I just fell. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So they're gonna have their own little 5-gallon bucket, and on the top of each bucket it's gonna show what needs to be in each single one. Each person is responsible for their equipment. Gonna have a point system in place. I'm thinking about 13 points per quarter, and each violation attributes to a point. If you can carry all your points through the end of a quarter, you get a monetary bonus. I'm getting rid of the system Automate Motivate. I was using Automate Motivate by Joshua Latimer, and it's a cool program, very cool, lots of potential. I just don't have the time to set it up the way I want to use it, and the guys aren't digging it, and it's just not for us. So I'm going to cancel that and try to do my own thing. Plus it's $70 a month. Can't afford that right now. So really cool, really excited about that. That's one of our weak spots, is window cleaning. It's because we're so unorganized. Right now, this is what we have. A tote full of window cleaning crap, and we're racing around scrambling, trying to find channels with good rubber, trying to find a handle that fits, trying to find, and like switching rubbers, and no, we're done with that. They're gonna have 1 squeegees, 1 fresh rubber at the beginning of each day, if we use it, So if the rubbers are getting bad, they gotta change the rubber here at the shop before they leave, and 1 rubber should last the whole day. Even if they are doing windows all day with 1 squeegee, they can at least flip the rubber over and finish the rest of the day with it. I've never gone through more than a rubber in a day. We just don't clean that many windows. But yeah, they have to inventory this. They have to empty their bucket out, clean it out, and run a checklist at the end of each day to make sure they have all their stuff. If they don't, if they start missing stuff, I will know because everything is tracked and numbered, and I'll know who's missing stuff and who must have forgot something at the job. You know, missing inventory, I'm thinking I'll dock half a point. You know, we get a call back on a job, dock a point. You're late to work, dock a point. You know, you get 13 points per quarter. You use up all your points, it's grounds for termination. Not necessarily terminated, but definitely grounds. You keep all your points. Say each point is worth 50 bucks. What's that? Over 500 bucks, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And again, just thought about this all in my head, and I wanted to share it with you. Might not be perfect. Maybe it is perfect though. Maybe I'm low-key a genius. Who knows? Maybe we're onto something, boys. But we're gonna try it out, and if you like what you see, leave a comment in the description. Tell me your thoughts about it. Or maybe you do window cleaning and or some other service, and you have some really organized system in place where it's very fluent and quick, and you know you have the tools you need on hand. Oh, this is another thing I forgot. We switched to washable booties. No more disposable booties. So each little kit's gonna have their own pair of booties to it too. I'm pretty sure my kit's done. Let me know if I forgot anything. And wash life. So whenever you're pulling out hoses, if you got plants or anything, you just pull that hose out and you lay it all outside, lay it all on a clean path. So pull it all out, lay it all out, and make sure it's off the plants.
We have all the windows done except these right here.
I know, very good. I'm glad you guys have been working on that. I know, but I know. As long as you know how to do decks like this, I'm cool. All right, so basically put a strong, not as strong as a roof cleaning mix, but a little bit less strong. This is like a composite deck. You can see how the color's different over here. So it just had like a bunch of algae, moss, dirt, nasty grime. Cleaned everything, cleaned the railings. They were literally just covered in lichen, so just nuked them. They turned white, and all I use is my ball valve. I turn it on a little bit higher pressure of a setting, and I just go to town. I'm gonna have Colt video footage me and show you exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so this is like a rinse. This is like how we soak our plants. You know, it's a good like plant soaking. You know, get the windows wet, get the house wet real quick. This is what you want to do. Once you start hearing it, then you got more pressure now. All right, so stand over here. show you the spindle. Now the spindles, that's the easy part. That's the flat part. That's the part we do last. We always do the railings and the stairways first because you have to look at it from so many different angles to make sure you're hitting everything. A common problem that happens is you'll have your guy chem the entire deck and then come over here. They don't come down from the outside and look at it. So like this one spot, everything looked great except this one spot had some streaking, so we had to put some more chem on there to even it out. But a lot of times, like, you guys might forget to come and look at it from the outside, and you know, you got this angle, this whole trim along the outside, just like there's a whole nother, basically, deck that's exposed when you come look at it from the other side. Because you could clean the whole thing from the inside and then be like, oh man, and realize, you know, you got a little dirt. And there's no point in doing the whole inside and then spraying the outside, because then you're gonna spray all the leaves and all the stuff back to the middle, and it's not fun. So that's what I do. Come over here. Show 'em how to do it. Basically focus on one section at a time. It's all gone. So that's it. All I'm going to do with this deck is I kind of did the high pressure and lifted up all the dirt. So I'm going to make sure there's nothing I missed, but I'm just going to rinse it off. Doesn't matter which way I rinse it off. I can rinse it off against the grain, with the grain, whatever, but when you're cleaning it, just always go with the grain. But I'm just going to rinse it off. You can still see there's a little bit of soap and stuff left over. Just give it a quick rinse, and then we're going to finish these windows, and we're out of here. That's it. Yours truly, Mr. Lang.